Hey everyone, in this quick tutorial I'm going to show you how it's possible to bake constraint keys such as for paths and lookat functions into your character's animation. I'm going to start off here with Gorf, and what I want to get him to do is walk a figure 8 around these pylons here by following a path. So let's start by creating a path first. In the animation tab in the modify panel, you'll find a button called Create Path. Just select this and go about laying the groundwork down for your path. Make a left click anytime you want to lay a path point, then right click when you're done, or simply connect back to the original point for a looping path. Once the path is done, I'm going to go into Gorf's Actor tab and basically select the path as his chosen route. When I do that, he'll snap to the first origin point. Alright, what I'll do next is apply my animation. I'm going to go right into Gorf's motion library, which I can also get to by right-clicking the character, and select the beginning motion of the walk cycle. From there, I'll select the looping part. Now because I obviously want the walk to go on for more than a couple of steps, what I need to do is loop that second part. So I'll go into my motion track on the timeline, and then click and drag the edge to create a few loops of my walking motion. After that, I'm going to go to the very end of the clips and then add in my stopping motion. Once that's completed, what I want to do is go into my timeline and go to the very last frame of my clip sequence. Then in the Modify panel, under the Actor tab, I'll find a position field. At the end of my walking sequence is where I want to input 100, to mean that I'm 100% complete the length of the path. You'll see my character pop over to the end of the path when I do that. Okay, so now my character has movement, but he's still always facing the same way. In addition, he's moving at the beginning and end when he's basically supposed to be stationary because the position is simply changing from 0 to 100 without stopping. What I need to do to fix this problem is to make sure I go to the point where I want my character to begin moving and then add in 0 as the position value there. This will cause him only to move after he's taken his first step. Likewise, I'm going to go to the section of the motion clip where he takes his last step now and enter in a position of 100 a little earlier. Alright, so now my character will be moving along properly, but his position will not be correct. To fix this, I'll head back into the Modify panel and enable the Follow Path checkbox. You'll see my character shift position once again, but yet again he's facing the wrong way. Let's turn him around by selecting the proper axis we want him to follow, in this case the negative y-axis. Alright, so now we're on the right track. You'll notice a bit of foot sliding here, but for now we're just going to focus mainly on the baking constraint tool. For the last little section, I can right click on the clip, then align it to the left foot to cause less sliding of that foot. You can see the improvement when I play back. Okay, now to demonstrate the lookat constraint. At the beginning of my path, I want to make sure Gorf is selected, and then choose the Lookat option in the Modify panel to the right, and then select my first pylon. You'll see his head snap to look at it immediately after. Now a little before frame 400, I want him to stop looking at that pylon and concentrate on the next obstacle in his path. To do this, I want to select the Set Free button, which will release the constraint at that time. You'll also see that the constraint in the lookat track of the timeline has now been cut short. I'm going to move a few frames on and then proceed to repeat the procedure with the second pylon. I'll set the constraint a little after frame 400 and then release it once Gorf has passed the second pylon. You'll see when I play back that the timing of my constraint releases allow for a nice blending of Gorf's head motion. So now that I have my completed animation, I'll just open the Collect Clip track and save it as a motion clip. But before I do, I want to make sure that I go into the Animation tab, and at the bottom of the Modify panel, I want to activate the Bake Constraint Key option. After I do, I'll go ahead and right click in the Collect Clip track and save my motion clip. Okay, so here I have another character in a similar predicament. He wants to get around these dirty toilets without touching them, so essentially I can just click and drag in my original motion to the new character. You can see when I play back that the motion is definitely suitable for this new character who actually bears quite a striking resemblance to Gorf. Also, because this is a motion clip, I can also shorten or extend it. I'm shortening it here, and you'll see when I play back that it will basically just make my character perform the same animation, only to get to the destination sooner with faster steps. And that's all there is to it. Now you can go out there and create your own obstacle race.